first of all, would like to say thank you for the party, our leaders, that hosting us this evening, giving us this opportunity. My name is Shanna Francis, running for Weber County Commissioner and anxious to serve the people of Weber County in this beautiful county that we do live in. Traveled the world, lived in a lot of places around the world, but there's no place like Weber County. 5-generation resident, raised my family here, 4 kids and 11 grandkids, and I'm concerned about the direction our county is going, and the last minute I jumped in because I think we can do better, and I feel as if I have the tools. I know I have the tools as a planner, as a public administrator, working with county government for the last 30 years, as a citizen politician. On the other side of the microphone when I attend commission meetings and planning commission meetings. I currently sit on the Weber County Planning Commission, and concerned the direction our county is in. I think the growth is way out of control. We are the fastest state, but
that's time.
Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Commissioner Gage Frohr, running for Weber County re-election for Seat A. First off, I want to thank all those in the audience that have taken time out of their night to come. This is an important process, and it's important that you get the facts from and be able to ask the questions, so you have the facts so you can make the appropriate vote for the direction of Weber County. I also want to thank the people sitting up here. This will actually be my 9th run for public office, so this is not my first rodeo, but will be my last. I've made that commitment. So anyway, my basic reason for running is that we need to continue to win in Weber. If you look at our financial situation that we've been able to change over the last 4 years, we've increased our savings account by double. We've decreased the debt per capita from about $450 to $176. We've done that by paying off bonds and by saving interest. We've actually been able to save the taxpayers of this county a little over $2.5 million in taxes by paying off our debt. This is a business, Weber County Corporation. You need to be electing somebody that can run this corporation in the best interest of the county.
Thank you so much. We're actually going to stay with Commission Seat A for just a minute. Yep, thanks. Okay, first question. What is your top priority if elected or re-elected?
My top priority is to implement a conflict of interest policy specifically for Weber County and those who come in as elected officials. There is state guidelines for state leaders, but we don't have any, and our county leaders have to abide by those, but there's nothing specific that that shows conflicts of interest. And I feel like that we've had some issues in the past, and I would like to eradicate that. I'd also like to deal with our marketing, and I'm sorry, where's the timekeeper? So
it's right here, right with
Okay, great. Keep me on task. So I do also want to look at, we pay a little big bucks for a marketing company right now in Weber County, and as the fastest growing state, I think that we don't need to market Weber County any more than to keep drumming up more people to come here right now.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So my priority obviously is to continue the financial capability, financial stability that we've been able to achieve the last 4 years, take the burden off the county taxpayers, and be more efficient in county government. We've done some amazing things because of our 1,200 plus employees in Weber County, from the Sheriff's Department to Parks and Recs, all the way down. And we'll be talking about those efficiency as we continue this campaign. But the whole basis behind Weber County Corporation is to serve the public in the best interest, providing the best service we can for the lowest cost to the taxpayer. We've been able to do that. If you look at the tax rolls, we pay for Weber County, we pay about $22 per 100,000 for municipal service. If you look at Ogden City, they're 10 times that. They're about $250 per capita per $100,000. So what that shows you is that we do more with less. That's my promise to the public. We'll continue that. We'll continue to reduce debt. We'll continue to provide the best services.
Thank you so much. Okay, next question. Explain how you think you would work with your colleagues. We'll start with Gage.
Well, I think that, again, being an incumbent, that's pretty self-evident right now. The commission is a 30-person job. We've seen some commissions in the past that have not been cooperative, have not basically been working in the best interest of Weber County. When Senator Jenkins and I came on board, we changed that mentality. We changed that viewpoint. We understood that we have to make decisions in the best interest of the public. And if that means that we can disagree sometimes, but at the end of the day, come out and make decisions that are in the best interest of the public, not necessarily because they're our personal decisions or what we want to see, but make decisions on the financial capabilities of this county, what's best, again, to keep taxes low, what's best to provide those best services. That takes an effort. We instituted work sessions that had never been done before. We actually meet once a month, every Monday for 3 to 4 hours and talk about the upcoming agenda. That's a public meeting, by the way.
Thank you, Gage. Appreciate it. Shannon.
It's definitely important to get along with the other commissioners and be able to express your opinion and have enough strength as a county commissioner. Sometimes when you see things a different way and your constituents may also. Also, you not only have to work with the other commissioners, but there's other people within the county building that you're working with, and making sure the morale for Weber County is up and the other employees are satisfied employees so that you have their buy-in in the county also. And for instance, John Bond, our county treasurer, he's done a great job also. I think he should get some of the credit for where our situation is for our financials in Weber County. And there again, it's also working with leaders with other organizations, Weber Basin Water Conservancy District, to address the drought situation that we're having. Sometimes they point at the county commissioner saying they're the planners, and then the planners will say, well, if they're issuing well permits, we can do this.
Thank you. Okay, this is a two-part question. So Shannon, we'll start with you. First, what is your plan regarding growth in Weber County?
My background is, I have a graduate degree background in urban planning, and I often see we're not implementing best practices standards for growth. And I'll just give you an example. Up in Ogden Valley, currently over 50% of the homes in Ogden Valley are non-owner occupied. They're being used for short-term rentals or second homes. But this is, at the county, our commissioners have looked the other way, put it on the back burner, and haven't made it a priority to deal with the short-term rental issue. I don't know how many of you saw this article in the Standard with our governor addressing this issue, and it's changing the whole complexion of Ogden Valley. Our school enrollment's going down at Valley Elementary. It's a big problem. So I would like to use the tools in my toolkit as a planner to do
Thank
this.
you.
So growth's an interesting question. I think the facts are on the table again. If you look at the recent census report that just came out last week, Weber County grew at a 1.68% growth rate, which is about 4,500 people. If you look over the last 4 to 5 years, it's been consistent between 1.77 and 1.8, roughly 4,500 people growth. I don't view that as being extraordinary. I don't view that as out of control. I view that as supplying the people that we need. If we're going to bring in jobs and opportunities for our kids and grandkids to work in Weber County, we need those. And by the way, 60% of those 4,500 were babies born in Weber County. Right now, we have approximately 250,000 people between Davis and Weber County leaving Davis and Weber County every day to go to work somewhere else, typically north, sometimes south to Salt Lake, but they're leaving our county and our city. With my direction, it's our intent to make sure that our kids and grandkids have the ability to work and live in affordable housing in Weber County, and you do that by having jobs.
Thank you. All right, part two, Gage, we'll start with you. If elected, you will take an oath to do two things: uphold the Constitution of the United States and uphold the Constitution of the state of Utah. How do your previously stated plans regarding growth uphold the constitutional rights given to landowners?
Absolutely, great question. So I'm a strong Republican. I've served in the House of Representatives, the state. I believe in that Constitution. I've sworn to uphold that Constitution. Part of that Constitution and our Republican platform, for those in the room that have read that, believe in private property rights. Believe that it's not right for government to take rights away from somebody, whether that's water rights or the right to build, away so that government can stop growth or curtail growth. I don't believe that it's government's right to tell people that they can't do something if they have that right to do it. I'm a private property rights advocate. I'm a water rights advocate. Again, if somebody has those and has purchased those rights, by the way, a lot of those rights go back 50 and 100 years. Some of those people that bought farms in Ogden Valley bought those on the basis that that was their 401k. They didn't work for IBM or a large corporation. The only way that they can cash their chips in and retire is to sell that property. I'm a private property rights guy. If you don't believe in private property rights, I'm probably not your guy.
Shanna.
I'm definitely I keep touching that. I'm definitely private property rights. I have lived in and studied in several authoritarian countries and seen the ruin that has come to these nations, including Russia, Estonia, several former Soviet states. Big proponent of property rights and the American way, and that's why my degree is in political science. On the other hand, and also, people should have the right to be able to do what they want with their property, but rights also are for community rights, and the people who live in a community, they have rights also, and they're legally founded. A community has the right to determine what their community, their mission or their vision for their community is. And those who have property and have an investment in that property for what they expect to go in next door to them. And you have to respect and find a balance there.
All right. Final comments. Shannon, we'll start with you.
Okay. What did you, final comments?
Final comments.
There again, I feel like I've been planning unknowingly for 30 years to take this mantle to be your county commissioner. My education, graduate work has all led up, my activity in the community, involvement in Weber County, everything, my work with working with as a zone coordinator for the Soil Conservation Service, working with the Department of Ag and many agencies. And this is what I have been training for the last 30 years to do. My involvement with the people, working for the people, listening to the people, studying the issues. I want to serve you and look at our quality of life and get a rein on what's going on in the out of control development that's with our infrastructure and water that's not keeping up.
So again, thank you for being here. I think the obvious difference is evident. I would ask those people if they have any questions on what we've done financially for Weber County. You take the time and jump on the Weber County website. Ricky Hatch and John Bond have done a great job of putting together the basic format of how much revenue comes in, how much goes out, where we spend it. The bottom line, the success of Weber County goes to the team that we have there. Our 1,200 plus employees, all our elected officials, our directors, because we've been able to bring everybody on the same page. Everybody understands the direction that the commissioners have set 4 years ago, that we want to provide those best services, the top services. We want to win in Weber. We are the best county in this state in the terms of services we provide, some of the lowest tax rate. We have to deal with growth. But I'll tell you one thing, it's not our ability to stop growth. We need to look at how we control growth, how we can place that growth, and how we can obtain that affordable housing, and how we can get those jobs and companies to come here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Can we please give a round of applause?